start. Good afternoon, and welcome to this lecture of electronics, in which we are going to start from today the communication systems, right? So actually, it is the syllabus of RTM Nagpur University Nagpur of semester 5 BSc, and we are going to study, say, the paper one, where we are going to study the communication system. It is very important topic of electronics and the communication system as it is concerned. So I guess we'll start with that. Let me share my screen, and I need to tell you that the introduction of mine. So myself, yeah, I guess my screen is visible to you all. And myself, Dr. N.D. Mishram, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Electronics, Sri Mathura Das Mohta College of Science, Nagpur. And we are going to start with the topic that is called as communication system. So let us start with this. Actually, what is a communication system? If we talk in that terms, so we will really work in every day. We try to work it in the communication system. We try to communicate something with the others, right? So that is called as a communication system. Right now, if you see that am delivering this lecture on, say, the Zoom platform, and I being the transmitter and you being the receiver on that end, so that can be say taken as the communication system, right? So that particular system where we are having the transmitter, where we are having a receiver, and where the data is being communicated through a particular channel, that particular system is called as the communication system. Right now, this is the syllabus of RTM Nagpur University, which is actually is finally a syllabus of semester 5 of paper 1. So we are going to start today with this topic, right? So the first thing that comes in my mind is, what is the communication system? This is what we are going to cover in this lecture, and we'll try to see the communication system model, right? So how it appears when we talk in terms of that. I've told you, I have given that example that, yeah, I'm in front of you, and I'm you can take me as a transmitter on that note, and you are a receiver at that particular end. So the communication that we are having, this whole system is can be termed as the communication system, right? So this is a communication system, and let us start with that. So what is actually the communication system? As I told you, that the communication can be in any mode, right? So we can have, say, if you need to transfer the data from one point to the other, so we require something that is going to take that data on that, right? So this is the communication system. Now, what it actually has. So if I say a long distance communication, the history of the communication system that we have studied or we have seen in the past. So earlier, what the free signals, those signals were like, we have the fire signals that we are going to have. So to communicate in the history, we see that the peoples in the past used to burn the fire, and then they used to communicate accordingly. So there were some logics behind some say fires, and that is been taken as the communication system, because fire is something which is the light is something which can be viewed from a far distance, right? So that was the initial stage where we have started the communication system in the early stages. Then we have the smoke system, like, so we generate the smoke, and we try to communicate with the other peoples. Then we have started with the arranged signals, like the numbers or the symbols, like, or say the different types of sounds that we are able to generate accordingly. Then we have, say, the drum telegraph, that is actually the beating of drums to communicate the, say, for the safety, security, or say some trouble which is supposed to come at our places. So we try to communicate accordingly. So we have such type of communication systems earlier in the past, and today we have started with, say, the electronic communication system. Now, earlier also we were having the optical telegraph like of a structure, where we are to generate different types of structures, different types of symbols, where we need to transfer those signals, right? So there were the optical telegraph signals, where we have used the light to transfer the data, and accordingly we use the communication systems, and we have to interpret those things. Then we were having the drum telegraph system where we are able to say able to uh, they realize different types of sounds, and accordingly those are being interpreted by the other people who hear those sounds, and different sounds are able to communicate different types of data, different types of say messages on that note. So we have those type of drum telegraph also in the early stages. Then we have started the communication system. Now, today we have started with the electrical communication system. What it has. So, as I've told you, the electrical communication systems earlier was having a telegraph, a telephone system, right? So, where we have tried to communicate via the wires. So, we are having this telephone system right now also, but now they are being, say, replaced by, say, mobile communication. So earlier we used to use these types of wires to communicate the data we need. We are used to talk through the telephone wires, right? Then we have started with wireless communication where the antennas are being employed to communicate different types of signals. Here, the television signals are being, say, we are having the television signals which are being broadcasted by these antennas, huge antennas over there, and accordingly the data were transferred and we were able to view the audio as well as the video portion of data which is being communicated. So this is the example. Then we have started with say the telegraph system where we need to transfer the data of typewriter sort of things, where we used to decode the things and say code the things, and then at the user end we need to decode it, right? So this is how the whole communication system works, and this is actually the history where we need to realize how the communications had started. As I told you, the communication system is the combination of the circuits and devices put together to accomplish a reliable transmission of information from one point to the other. Now, this is how we are going to realize, or we are going to materialize all those communication system as far as electronic communication system are concerned. So actually, these consist of the circuits and devices. We are going to study in depth in this whole chapter, whole paper, where we need to communicate, where we need to have study the different sources of different types of communication systems, right? So we are going to study in depth. But now, as far as electronic communication systems are concerned, they are actually having the combination of circuits and devices. Circuits which are composed of, say, diodes, transistors, vacuum tubes in the earlier stages. Now we are using the ICs, communication ICs. Then we have some modulation techniques, and then we are using the demodulation technique also. So we'll study those things in depth in the coming chapters, in the coming lectures. So actually, the communication system can be simply defined as far as electronic communication systems are concerned. They are actually the combination of circuits and devices put together to accomplish a reliable transmission of information from one point to another, right? So this is the basic definition of the communication system, and this is the communication, and this is the block diagram of this communication system, where we are having a source, and this is the communication system that we are say defined here, and which is going to reliably transfer the data which is being transmitted by the source, and at the destination we are able to receive that signal, that source or that message on this destination, right? So this communication system, which is composed of the circuits and devices, as far as say we are talking in terms of electronics, so we'll be studying this in depth. So this communication system is a simple system consisting of, say, the diodes, transistor, and the circuits, and devices means like speakers, mic, and all, which are going to communicate the source signal to the destination signal, right? And if you see the block diagram of the communication system, Acha, what is the purpose of this communication system? Now, the main purpose of this communication system is to transfer the messages or the data from the one point to the other. As I used to give the example that if I need to talk in a classroom, what I have to say is a simple. I can talk directly. So because the room is very small, so it's very easy and convenient to communicate with the students in that particular small room, right? Because our voice is having that much of modulation, of that much of amplification, that it will reach to the last student available in that class, right? But if I need to say transfer my data, or if I need to talk to a person which is say at a distance of say 1 kilometer or a 2 kilometer, it's very difficult that my voice is going to reach up to that level. So what I will do, I will try to use say the sound systems or the digital systems, right? DJ systems, like, so where we can talk and the data is the sound waves are being transferred up to say 100 meters or 200 meters, where they easily being heard by the people, right? So this is the main purpose of communication now, to transfer the data. But if I need to transfer the data to a higher distance, say around say 10 kilometers or so, so I'll be requiring wires, so I can communicate through the telephone lines, and the data will be transferred. So nowadays we can use. So how to build that particular communication? And as you go on increasing the distance, the communication system is being changed, and accordingly we require different communication systems, right? So we'll be building this communication systems. Now if you see in a small scenario, as I've told you, source, we will have a source and we will generalize it in the communication system, and the data has been transferred to destination. But as you go to see the block diagram of that, so the block diagram will appear something like this. So this communication system will include the transmitter, the channel, and the receiver, right? So these three things are very, very important as far as communication system are concerned, where we are having a transmitter, the channel, and the receiver. Now, as I told you that you can say, except like I am a transmitter, and the medium that through which I'm trying to deliver this lecture, that is the Zoom platform, can appear as a channel, and we are working it on net, right? So the video as well as the audio is being transferred through internet, right? So that particular frame is called as the channel, and you are able to hear my voice, that is called as the receiver. Okay, so these are the basic building blocks of communication system as far as electronic communication system is concerned. So we have a transmitter. We'll study this more in detail. So just we have started a generalized system, that we were calling as a communication system. Now we have again differentiated, again divided into three portions. The communication system can be divided into three parts. That is the transmitter, the channel, and the receiver. Then we'll have a source and a destination. Okay, so now we'll go and dividing the each portion of it, and therefore we will be able to understand those in detail. Right. Okay, so the typical communication system can be molded as. Now let us see this. So we'll be detailing this communication system as we have studied these in three blocks. So that was the basic building blocks of any of the communication system. We require the input or the transmitter, then we require the channel. So channel can be anything. We can send the signals through wires. We can send the signals through air. Even we can communicate through say the satellite. So the channel is very important. Nowadays we are going to employ the optical fibers also, so we are going to study those things also in detail. So let us detail it. Let us simplify again the communication system. So initially what we require a source, then where we say that it is the input message, then it is given to the input transducer. Now remember, this input transducer is a simple mic which is going to convert this, say, in if we're talking in terms of sound waves. So these sound waves can be converted into say electrical signals by using this input transducer, right? So uh, this uh, uh, this transducer, input transducer, we have already studied. So this is simple mic, right? Then this we call it as an input signal, but again this input signal is very, very small. So we require it to amplify it, and then we require a transmitter to transmit it, right? So we require this. So the whole system, that is the input message, input transducer, and the transmitter, this all three things will completely say come under the sender or the transmitter portion of it. So this is the main portion which we were talking about, that is the transmitter. Then this is actually the transmitted signal. Now, after this, what we'll require? We require the channel through which we are expecting the data to be transferred, or through which the signal is we are expecting it to transfer, right? So that is the channel. Now, as I told you, that the channel might be anything. The channel might be wired. The channel might be, say, the wireless, where we are going to communicate through radio waves, or we also can communicate it through optical fibers. So in the channel, we are going to replace all those things. So in this channel, we can put optical fibers, we can put wires, that might be the telephone wires, or we can transmit the signals through radio waves. So this channel is also important. Now, along with this channel, what it comes is the distortion or the noise. So in the channel, when we send the signal through, say, radio waves, the noise is also combined through with the channel. So the most important part of any communication system is to filter this noise. Now, we want the signal to be very, very reliable, the signal to be very prominent, through which that is what we are expecting to transfer, right? So this channel is having this distortion and noise, and after that we will be having this received signal over here. So the signal which we are going to receive at this end will be accompanying with the noise. So we need to filter this noise, and we want this signal only, right? So we will be using that, and this whole noise concerned signal is being received by this receiver end. Now this receiver can filter those signals, and then it is given as an output signal, and will have the output transducer. Now this output transducer can be, say, the speaker, where we are able to hear the voice. Okay, now this receiver and output transducer will totally called as a receiver, right? So combinedly, they will be called as a receiver, and this will be given to the destination end. At the end, we will be receiving the signal. So this is how the entire communication system can be further divided. Likewise, okay, and we will be having these things. So input transducer, transmitter, channel, receiver, output transducers. Similarly, with the noise is very important. We'll be studying this transmission, that is how we are going to transfer the data from this, and we will be also studying the various sources, various types of the channel. So we'll be studying in depth the optical fibers, we'll be studying in depth the wired channel, and then at the receiving end, we'll be requiring the receivers, like, say, from which way we are able to receive the signal. Okay, so this all comes under the communication system. We can again divide it into these parts. Oh, right. So this is the communication, the basic communication model, system model that we are having over here. And here we will call it as the output stage. Okay, so again, yeah, as I told you, this is the voice signal that is being transferred. Now here, I guess you might be able to understand that this is the signal, voice signal that we need to transfer. Then it is given to the transducer, which is supposed to be the mic in our case, and this mic is going to convert this, uh, say, the voice into, say, the electronic signals, right? So this electronic signal is then given to an electronic processor, which is used to amplify, which is processor which is going to modulate. Now we'll be studying this modulation in depth. Now what is known as the modulation, right? So what we need to do is we need to transfer this data to a large distance. So how it is going to be transmitted? If you see, as I'm talking, so my sound waves are going to deteriorate at a certain distance. It is going to lower the amplitude, and at a distance, it won't be. You are not able to hear that voice, right? So it happens through a voice signal. So what do we require? We require to modulate it. So we'll be, say, mixing it with a higher frequency, and that particular mixing of, say, the lower frequency with the higher frequency is called as modulation. So modulation is done over here, and then it is given to the transmitter. Transmitter means which is going to transmit through the antenna, and it is going to communicate through electromagnetic waves. Now, these electromagnetic waves are very important. We'll be also studying these electromagnetic waves. These waves which are having electrical as well as the magnetic properties. Now, whatever sound waves I am having right now consist of both the parts. So they consist the electrical as well as the magnetic portion of it. We'll study this in depth, what I mean to say. So now these are being transmitted in air in the form of electromagnetic waves. Now, these electromagnetic waves at the receiving end are being received by the receiver. As I told you that due to this channel, it is going to have the noise also. So at this receiving end, we are going to use the noise connected signal. And at this receiver, we are going to filter that noise and we'll be having our original signal. So we are taking or filtering the noise and we are taking the signal from there. So this is the receiver, and then this receiver is going to transfer this signal to the second transducer, which is called as the reverse transducer, which might be a speaker. And this speaker is going to convert again the electrical signal into the say the sound waves, and we are able to hear it. So this is how the whole communication system works. And at different levels, we require different sorts of circuits which are being built by using the diodes, the transistors, and say the electronic components. And we require some electronic devices also like this as the mic condenser. Then we are using the speaker. So we require all those circuits. So these are the basic building blocks of the whole communication system where we need to communicate the data, right? So this is a basic communication system that we are having. Then yeah. So we'll study one by one what is these things. So what is the source? The source which produces an input message that might be voice, picture, or a computer data. So that is the source. Then there are many different types of sources and there are different forms of messages also. In general, we call them as the input messages. Now discrete, that are the finite set of outcomes, and digital also. Then we are having a continuous, that is infinite set of outcomes. We call them as the analog. So we are having this discrete type of messages which we use it in the computers, and the continuous, that we call it as the analog. The continuous means analog means which are going to change with respect to time. Then the input transducers, if the input message is non-electrical, for example, it is a voice, then it must be converted by an input transducer to an electrical signal. A transducer is a device that converts one form of energy into another. In the last semester, we have studied these transistors in depth. Right? So I guess this is not the platform where we are going to study this. It is just going to convert a non-electrical quantity into an electrical quantity. In the communication system, it converts the output of a source into an electrical signal that is suitable for processing, like a microphone and a camera, right? So camera for the say the video signals. Okay, so this was the input transducer. Then the transmitter. The transmitter converts the electrical signal into a form that is suitable for transmission through the transmission medium or a channel by a process called modulation. We have studied, we have talked on this on in depth. So modulation, which is actually nothing but the mixing of higher frequency to a lower frequency, that is called as the modulation, and it depends on the data or on the channel, right? So this was the transmitter. Then a channel. What is a channel? Medium used to transfer the signal from a transmitter to a receiver. Channel can be wired or wireless. As I told you, for telephone lines, we require wire. And for, say, wireless communication, we transfer the radio waves, electromagnetic waves. While the signal is traveling through the channel, the medium, it is always attenuated and the level of attenuation increases with distance. Yes, because I told you that when I talk, my sound waves are going to deteriorate at a certain distance. So it is going, the amplification or the, so the amplitude of my signal is going to decrease as the distance, right? So that is the main drawback of that. So it is the signal is going to attenuate. So we need to boost the signal at the regular interval of time or space. All right. So although the signal shape may be changed during the transmission, that is become distorted. Right. So my AC signal should be like the AC only. So as the time passes or as it travels a distance, the shape of the signal can also vary, right? So this is about the channel. Then the noise, right? So the noise is very, very important. The signal is not only distorted by a channel, but it is also contaminated along with the path by undesirable signals lumped under the broad term that is called as noise. So noise is a very, very crucial part, and we does not require noise to come at the output. Noise are random and unpredictable signals from causes, The external such interference from signals transmitted on nearby channels and internal such noise resulted from thermal motion of electrons in the conductors. So while transferring the data from one point to the other, the noise comes from different sources, right? So we require to filter this noise. We require to want the exact data or the message that we are expecting to transfer, right? So that is the noise. Then the receiver, the function of the receiver is to recover the message signal contained in the signal received from the channel. It is also able to filter the noise. So the received signal is corrupted version of the transmitted signal. So the receiver reconstruct a recognizable form of original message. So remember this, the main job of receiver is not only to receive the message, but also to boost it. At the same time, it is also have to filter the noise signal, right? So it processes and receives the signal by undoing the signal modification that we call it as demodulation. So the removing of higher frequency with the lower frequency is called as demodulation. Mixing of higher frequency with the lower frequency is called as modulation, whereas uh, demodulation is removing that higher frequency and we require the original signal, right? So this is the main job of the receiver. So this is the output transistor which is going to convert this signal into, say, the human readable form, or say again the non-electrical content. So this is the main job of output transistor. This is the communication system that we are having, and we study this in depth as the time goes and as we go on using the lecture, right? So this is what we have tried to study today, and yeah, so I guess you might have understood what is the communication model and what is the purpose of communication and also the modulation. So if you have any questions, you can ask the questions. I will be happy to answer. Do you have any questions? Okay. Thank you very much for joining the class. I hope you have understand the basic model of communication system and the basic building block of the communication system. And I expect that you will go through my YouTube channel. I will be uploading more videos on electronic communication. And please comment, share, like, and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you for patient listening. See you in the next lecture. Thank you. By that time, stay home, take care, and be cautious. Bye. Good day. See you in the next class.